Hello, my name is Sarah Glynn, and I am the founder of A Butterfly Effect. Today I'll be giving you a short presentation to get to know a little bit more about us and what we stand for. I hope at the end of this you will truly see the devotion that we have to make an impact on these kids and that you will want to work with us. To start off, I think we should get to know a little bit about what our organization is and what we stand for. A Butterfly Effect is a non-profit organization that aids to benefit children with disabilities. We use tools such as teaching poetry and music to allow these students to understand and know how to read, write, compose, as well as perform. We have been around since 2016, so 4 years now. We are founded in Florida as well as New Jersey. One of the biggest things we are trying to push right now is the expansion of our organization to other states, especially states that might not have as good as an education program for children with disabilities as some other states are. 1 in 4 children are illiterate, and who knows what that statistic would be with children with disabilities. It is so important for them to get the proper education, as well as to give them an education that gives them the freedom to express themselves, especially through things like art, poetry, and music. So a little bit about our organization and why it was founded. A Butterfly Effect was founded because of my niece, Vanessa. Her name, which means butterfly. She has a disability. She has Crohn's, colitis, anxiety, depression, ADD, amongst other things. One thing that was extremely hard for her was to be in school. There were several times when she was homeschooled and she did end up dropping out. She currently does have her GED and wants to try and go to a college, especially to become a veterinarian. One thing that I did see with her is, although she wasn't truly getting the education that she deserved and needed, she used music and drawing as her way to express herself and educate herself through several things. That is one thing why we push poetry and music, because they're so cohesive with each other and they are so important to allow these children to be able to have something that they can use to put all those words down that might be bottled up in them. We use what the definition of a butterfly is, and the meaning of a butterfly is transformation and change. We want to see a transformation in these students. We want to see them grow and develop into something that they weren't when they first walked in these doors. We want to offer them courage and hope that even with their disability, they can grow into something so important and so bigger than themselves. Beauty, not on the outside, but inner beauty, and that beauty comes from what you express yourself and who you are as an individual, not as what you look like on the outside. But everybody is beautiful no matter what. No matter how they display themselves, everybody can be beautiful, especially with poetry. Our organization pushes children past their limits, past their disability, that they are able to do things that they never thought that they could do. We offer several programs with our organization, as well as a music-based program, a poetry-only program, and a homeschooling education program. In our Passion for Music program, we have local rappers come and teach the students how to compose music as well as perform. In this education classroom, we also have teachers and special aids for the students. We include an IEP plan, just like a normal school would, which allows us to understand what their disability is, what medications they take, and how to benefit them in the most way that we can. When it comes to our poetry-based education program, we allow them to learn poetry, how to speak it, the history of it, everything to know about it, how to compose a poetry statement, as well as perform it in a slam poetry. Our last program is our homeschool program. This is a one-on-one program with a student and a teacher that equips them to learn how to read, write, perform, everything that you would get in the other programs, but on a more individual basis. We also provide different workshops in the summer as well as winter sessions. These include the same programs that you would get, but in a shorter span of time. At the end of these workshops, we have a giant talent show that the students run where they get to perform their poetry or music. We do offer scholarships if the children want to further their education, as well as a scholarship that aids if they can't necessarily go to college, but they still want to start their lives and their careers on a more independent level. We do offer scholarships for that. At the end of the year, we have a large annual event that we host, which is basically a performance that the students will have where they perform their poetry as well as their music. If a student is not comfortable with performing it in front of a large crowd or does not feel confident enough in their work, we have them record themselves, and while we eat our dinner and give out awards, you have their poetry play on screen and you just hear them. You don't see them, so they don't get embarrassed, but you hear their words and you get to hear them, hear their voice, let them have their voice. Throughout the year, we also let these children learn how to express themselves and teach themselves in a way that will be beneficial for a future. We take a select group of students that will each get assigned a certain job that equates to their abilities, and they will host their own slam poetry. They will become learning skills such as event planning, marketing, performing. They have MCs, hosts, everything. Some of them even like to be the waiters for the event. This gives them a chance to not only express themselves with their poetry, but as well as show that they are capable of doing things that other people might not have thought they were ever capable of. At the end of the day, our organization really just strives to just see a difference in these students, to make a difference in their lives, to let them know that even though they're different, different is good, different is beautiful, being different is something that they should embrace every single day. And I hope that is something that you would understand and you will really know and love and acquit to our program. So thank you very much.